Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan
And Angela.
from RNA Music.
That's right.
Deep in the heart of Texas. That's where we're at right now. We're going to answer your questions. So excited. Let's do this. First question. The J-Bass artist formerly known as Steve W. That's a long YouTube title there, man.
I wonder how long did it take you to think of that one? Yeah.
Angela. Ebba.
Yeah.
I don't remember what that was from last week.
Well, he was saying, like you said, sometimes, and I was like, you know, like purchasing the guitar thing, and you're like, and sometimes I was like,
never. I think you said never.
Yeah.
Not ever. Never.
No. Okay.
I said my wife would do the same. Long and short of it depends on your income. I too am in the 1,000 and under club. Everything I have is in that range. But you know what? If I sold all the guitars that were there, you know, you could buy one really nice guitar. Said I will order the RNA branded J-Bass as long as Paul signs the back.
There you go.
I might be able to give him to autograph a few things.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And so what is the name of the band then? Question mark.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that
I don't
referring
know.
to. Are you talking about
The Bitter Bass Band?
the Bitter Bass Band?
Yeah. What would be the name of the band?
Well, though I have some
Someone
names.
said Bittersweet in the comments.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. They're like the Bittersweet Band.
I think the actual title for Paul's project that I'm playing on, it's his music, but I'm contributing guitar parts, is The Nobodies. Nobodies.
Like no bodies?
Nobodies.
I
Nobodies.
know, but it's a play on like the O-Neaters.
Yeah.
No, O&E. One.
I was going to say, you see what I did there? Because we're like nobody. We're nobody, but we're buddies.
Oh,
The Nobodies.
You're not nobodies.
Well, no one's ever heard our music, so I think that's what we had discussed. Paul can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's The Nobodies.
That's ridiculous.
Okay. Well,
I don't like that name.
I could suggest a new name for Paul's musical
Because
project.
it sounds like a 50s doo-wop group. The Nobodies.
That's us. It's all. You know how happy 50s music is?
I quit. I quit.
Paul's music is basically 50s music
Yeah, that's true.
with bitter lyrics of doom.
Yes. Instead of Stand By Me, it's She Left Me.
It's more like Go Away.
Instead of Blue Moon, it's
Instead of Stand By Me, it's Go Away.
It's Blood Red Moon. It's oh my gosh.
I should put some of his lyrics up.
Yeah.
Maybe I will.
Okay.
And then of course my project is just Alphys. Alphys Music. Which
And
is
my project is
the Angela Lawley experience.
Yes, exactly.
Not to be confused with the Jimi Hendrix experience. I was about to say Angela Winton experience.
Oh my gosh. Pulling up a maiden name.
I don't know why that would popped in my head.
I don't either. That's weird.
Winton.
Winton.
You were a Winton when I met you.
Yes. Win a ton of money. My hair is being.
But now you're a Lolly.
Yep.
From the Hill Meadow.
Yes.
From the
I
Hill Meadow.
was a winemaker.
You were a winemaker. Now you're from
Hill.
the Hill Meadow.
The meadow.
The Meadows.
Yep.
We're doing a name study. Check out the meanings of names. Check it out.
Yep.
Next question. Ben Hunting Scream 1. What are the top 3 guitars between $400 to $900? Thanks. Any recommendations are welcome. Wow, that's actually kind of a tough one.
Yeah.
You're in a good price range. I mean, from the $400 to $900 range is a pretty good place to be.
Yeah.
Top 3, man. For me, this is a loaded question because I'm a retailer. But American, I would say CMG guitars, because they clock in right at start at about $799. You could get one for $899. That would be killer, and you probably the only USA guitar in that demographic, brand new. So I'll put CMG in the list. I'll put Schecter in the list because I honestly do really like Schecters. That's why we sell them. If I didn't like them, we wouldn't sell them.
Right.
So
What's
we
the chuckle for?
Oh well. No reason. No reasons.
It was very mischievous chuckle.
I was thinking of Ike for
Okay.
some reason. Ike
Okay.
popped into my brain. Yeah, so I would go with Schecter, and then, you know, there kind of comes a point that no matter what brand you're purchasing, once you get into a certain price point, they're all fairly similar. Although there are some I've come across that were not quite as polished off as others in the same price point. But, you know, for the most part. But it kind of depends what kind of music do you play? Like, what are you going to be using it for? What style do you want to play? But for me, you know, CMG is right up there for American stuff that fits in the list. You're cute. You keep smiling at me.
I know. I just like watching you talk.
Distracted me.
I don't like looking at the camera.
Distracted me with your fineness. With your fineness.
Pay attention to what you're saying.
Oh, CMG, Schecter, and then anything else.
Good.
Really. That's what I'm thinking right now. So, yeah. There you go. Get close to that 900 range and you'll be fine with pretty much anything. Thanks, dude. Cam Deman. Hey, RNA. Love your channel. Thanks for answering my JVM question last week.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Now you're internet famous.
Yes.
My question this week is, what's the best advice you'd give a guitar collector not looking to bust the budget and keep the wife happy? Good plan.
Yep.
Yet still collect awesome guitars and amps. Good question. Well, that's very easy, actually. You can do what I do. Start a music store. That won't bust your budget at all or frustrate your wife.
Right.
In any form or fashion.
Or
or you could do the other thing that I do for my own personal guitars. Now, obviously, I do have guitars from brands that I'm a retailer for. But honestly, like, all of my Washburns that I own, I owned before I owned a store.
Yeah, that's true.
And, you know, and I was going to say something else, but I forgot what it was. But the other thing that you can do is shop used. Because you can get some killer deals on used guitars if you're patient.
Put your ear to the ground.
If you're patient
Yeah.
and you know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten several of my personal guitars that I'm really happy about used. I mean, my number one, my Gibson Explorer, that is like my baby. It's my baby. I bought it used in 1992
Yeah.
at 16 years old. But
Yep.
still, I got a killer deal on it. A couple of my Washburns, I got killer deals on. What else did I get? I don't know, but that's the way to go. And sometimes you can. I've got two guitars that I bought brand new, but are super screaming deals. My Takamine, because it was a blowout. Like whatever store I got it from back in the day. Well, that was only like 7 years ago. 8 years ago. They're blowing them out. It was like a $1,600 guitar, $1,200 guitar. I got it for $498 because they were just liquidating. It was old stock.
Yeah.
So toward the end of the calendar year, especially the big time online retailers, you know, they just need to get the crap out of there and get ready for the new stuff. And they're just liquidating it. Sometimes they're blowing that stuff out at their cost. My custom 24 PRS SE, same thing. I got it for like $499 because Sweetwater was like, "Hey, we still have these left after a year, 30th anniversary use. It's probably the least popular color or something." And they blew them out for $499. I'm like, dude, that's a $780 guitar. I'm buying it. Because she told me to. Because you told me to. I was like, look at this guitar, honey. It's super pretty. And you're like, you should get it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, for my own personal collection, and especially if it's stuff that I'm not a retailer for, even if I'm a retailer for it, like my two favorite Schecters that I own, I bought used somewhere else because you can't even get them anymore as a new dealer. So shop used and keep your eye peeled for the big blowout deals from the big online retailers. That would be my suggestion.
Sounds good.
Next question, Chris Jensen or Jennison.
Yeah.
Jennison?
Yes, Chris
Okay.
Jennison.
Chris Jennison. Hi guys, what are your views on aftermarket pickups? Any favorites? I recently bought a pair of Vanson Alnico 5 PAF type for 40 pounds. I'm very impressed with them in my Harley Benton LP type. Aftermarket pickups are great. It's going to come as no surprise probably that I'm a big fan of EMGs. So I like EMG pickups. What? Surprise, surprise.
Is that going to be the thumbnail?
Oh, it probably is.
I just thought.
Yeah, it is. If I were smarter, I would go, all right, let's do a thumbnail. And then you make a pose and then you capture it later. But
Okay.
I don't know. I always have to hunt. I'm hunting. I'm scrolling through frame by frame all of our video to find an interesting looking thumbnail instead of actually like, hey, let's do a cool thumbnail.
Yes.
Anyways, I like EMG a lot. I like hard rock and metal stuff, and so they definitely get the job done for that. Some of my favorite guitarists played EMGs. Now I know that's not for everybody though.
Do they?
Do they?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty sure James plays the EMGs. Dimebag Darrell didn't, but that's not his fault. He was probably going to change eventually.
Eventually.
But I like them. Now, a lot of that has to do, though, with them as a company and people. I really like them as people. The owner of the company, I've met him a few times. And Mr. Turner, super nice guy. He was a drummer. He was a drummer. And then he's also great at electronics and repair and stuff. So
There you go.
really nice people, and they've been very kind to us. And so not only do I like the product anyways, but they've been very cool to us. So I'm very partial and loyal to EMG. But, you know, it's not everybody's cup of tea.
Right.
Cup of tea.
Couple say.
I've had some Seymour Duncans in a few of my guitars, and certain ones of the Seymour Duncans, I like those a lot. As far as any specialty boutique ones, I haven't had a lot of experience. I know there's a lot of people probably like what you've found, someone in England who's making some pickups. There's a place here in Texas called Rio Grande Pickups. Rio Grande. I've never tried them.
Yeah.
You know, it's always a gamble. If you go with somebody you've kind of never heard of, you don't know the track record, especially if it's a lot of money. Pickups are kind of a funny thing. So you don't know what you're going to get sometimes. But yeah, I think if you've got a cheap guitar that's got, you know, stock pickups in it, you know, upgrading them is a great way to go.
Yeah.
I think you probably should. But I like EMGs. I like Seymour Duncans. I don't know how I feel about the bare knuckle pickups because they're super expensive, and I've never had a chance to play on them myself. But everybody raves about them. But they're expensive. They're like super expensive.
Super.
So, super. I do like Schecter's pickups though. They have a lot of they're winding them themselves in their custom shop. You can get some custom USA Schecter pickups. I've been happy with those actually. So I don't know if that answered your question. But yeah, I think they're great. If you find the right one for you and your music and your style, they're great. And that's different for everybody. So
Yeah.
thanks, Chris. Multi-Sooner one. Sooner. Like a boomer Sooner? Like, is that like an Oklahoma thing? The Sooners? I don't know. Anyway, Multi-Sooner one. Love to watch your videos here in San Angelo. Oh, well, that's... I guess not.
No. Well, they might be.
Well, it could be.
Transplants.
There are people here in Texas who went to school in Oklahoma. I'm just starting my guitar journey at 62 years of age, and is it better to get lessons from a guitar teacher or to try to teach myself? Love the videos. That is a great question, man. And I would say the best thing you can do is find a teacher.
Yeah.
You got to find the right teacher, but the right teacher is going to set you on the right path and help you overcome a lot of obstacles. It's not that you can't teach yourself, but you're likely to develop some habits, bad habits, trying to figure it out on your own that are going to hold you back. They're going to be frustrating, and you know, you're going to have to correct them later on anyways. Where, you know, one of the best things I think about having a teacher is you get that one-on-one feedback, and if you're doing something wrong, or if you're holding your hand at the wrong angle, like, I just can't seem to reach this fret over here. I'm like, well, do this. Oh, well, that doesn't feel natural. but you can reach it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But it doesn't feel right. But it is right.
But it is.
Right? And because a YouTube video and a book can't look at your hands and go, well, your hands kind of pivoted, move it this way 10 degrees. Oh, wow, look at that. Amazing. And to help you avoid, pitfalls.
Yeah.
You could be struggling with something that more than likely the teacher's already struggled with, and he goes, well, this is how I got past this. So trying to do it on your own is really tough. It can be done, but there's going to be a lot of trial and error, which is time consuming.
There's a lot of added frustration.
And frustration. But a good teacher is going to help you cut down on that trial and error. Right? Try this, didn't work. Try this, didn't work. Try this, didn't work. Try this, didn't work. Found it. Oh, this works. Well, what if you could this works the first time? Think of all that time. So I think finding a teacher is very important and will help you set a good solid foundation to build on.
Yes.
And it's about a time thing. Would you rather get to your goal sooner or later?
Right.
And a good teacher should help you be able to get to that goal sooner than you're going to get to it on your own. A good teacher. Now, there are bad teachers out there.
Yes, sir.
So, and they're... Careful. Yeah, you gotta be careful. So, but a good teacher, I think, is the best thing. I had one when I was a young guitar player. I tried it on my own for a while. I was like, this is not working. Yeah. And I found a good teacher. The guy played in a rock band. He was a gigging musician. That's what he did. 7 nights a week. He played in clubs, in Longview and Shreveport and Dallas, and it was like, this is what he did. Played guitar, sang, played bass. Like, he knew his stuff. And taking lessons from him, it's like, oh, okay. It set me on the right path. So it really helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question.
Yeah.
Next question. Joe McCarthy. Do you carry Acacia guitars? I was looking at their Titan model and wondered how they stack up against Tellys. We do carry Acacia guitars. You may have seen the clinic that we did a few months ago. You can go rewind the channel. We did a clinic with Acacia and Robert Baker. So we are indeed Acacia dealers. I do not have one of their Titans. That's their T-style guitar. I've seen pictures. I don't think they've even built one lately. Of all the new guitars they've built in the last 6 months at least, it's all been, the Hades and then like the Robert Baker Strat style. What's the name of it? I forgot. It's all been like their super Strats. They have built a few Explorer guitars, which I think is awesome. But I have not seen a Titan in a really long time. So I can't really tell you. Like, we don't have everything they make. So they're a custom shop. Predominantly, they make a lot of custom shop stuff. They do have a production series, which we have one of their pro models here. But they're backed up on orders too. Kind of like CMG is. CMG, you're like a 5-6 month waiting time. Yeah. Because it's a small shop. It's just a couple of guys. So I can't tell you. I'm not sure. If we ever get one, there will be a video. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for the question, Joe. Next question. Thomas Vaillon? Vaillon? How do you spell that? How do you say that, Angela?
I don't know.
Veillon. I don't know. Sorry if I messed it up. ASK RNA, well, the A anyways. Since I am married with 3 daughters and stuck in a house of women. I don't know why I was laughing, but I was thinking of your dad. That's why I was laughing. As the queen of your castle, how do you deal with a house full of men? Oh, great answer. Question. I hope it's a great answer.
Yeah, right?
All the men.
I don't know. I enjoy it thoroughly.
We have 6 animals that are all girls.
Yes, we do. We have a lot of babies, girl babies, fur babies. They're little girls. It doesn't really bother me. I'm not like, I don't get like overly frustrated or, there's a lot of times where I'm like, pick up your socks. Like, come on, But me and my sisters were not very, to a certain extent, we were cleanly, it's not like we didn't go without baths like boys do sometimes.
I take baths. I take showers.
That's the only thing. I think the smell a little bit, it's a lot for sometimes. But it, They're not. My boys are very laid back. They're not rambunctious. They don't wrestle and do things like a lot
Run
of
through the
boys
house,
do, like rambunctious
jumping on
boys.
things.
I think mostly because Ryan's not that way, and I think boys who have a boy dad that wants to just be a roughhouser, and he's done that with them since they were little, then they probably are like banging into things, breaking stuff and everything. But Ryan is never that way. He was always like sitting, reading, always doing stuff like that. So the boys do the same thing. Like they'll be in their rooms quietly reading or writing
Or drawing.
And we're a musician family. We're not sports family, so I think that makes a big difference too. We had both in our house when I was growing up. Girl wise, we had athletic, sisters, and I had musically inclined sisters. So it was like a balance of both. We would wrestle and fight and do all this stuff, but we also sang together and
punch each other's lights out.
Yeah, we would knock each other's lights out. And so literally growing up with my sisters was rougher than having a house full of boys. And so
what you're saying is growing up in a house of 5 women and 1 man.
Yeah.
It's a peaceful change to have a house full of boys.
Yes. Because I have 3 sisters. So there was 4 of us girls and then my mom. So 5 women. And my dad would always leave and go chop wood, or we lived on ranches a lot. My dad was a foreman for a couple of big ranches in East Texas. And so he would go off like the back
into the woods with an axe.
Or the back hunter, and he would just go chop wood or, sit with the cows. And he would just be like, I'll be back. And he would just go. And, or he'd walk around the house. He'd be outside a lot. So, I don't know. I think it's more peaceful with the boys for me but that's not every mom with boys. They coined the hashtag mom with boys because it's like, oh my gosh, we're in the ER again because someone broke another arm.
Somebody said
neither
something
one
on
of
fire.
our boys have broken limbs, or have been in an emergency room, have never had stitches. We're just not that kind of family, so it's peaceful.
It's great.
I like it because the boys will dote on me. Like if I'm not feeling well, they'll be like, "Mom, are you okay? Are you feeling all right?" And they give me hugs all the time, and they're very lovey-dovey.
Boys love their mamas.
Boy-mom relationship and girl-dad relationship. That's why boys and their dads butt heads, and girls and their moms butt heads, because you're basically competition. I mean, mentally and emotional competition until you leave the house. So
there needs to be a clearly defined alpha.
There has to be. And, yeah.
I'm the alpha male.
Yes, he is.
You're the alpha female.
Yes, I am. So, but, it's nice. It's good.
It's good. Life is good.
Our boys are really great boys. I'm blessed to be their mom. So.
And they're blessed to have you.
Yeah.
So much.
So smack them in the head.
They don't even know.
I'm a tough mom. I'm not a laid back mom.
Oh no, she's the enforcer.
I mean, I am laid back when I spend time with them, but discipline, I'm a tough mama. So I have good boys.
It's great.
Yeah, it's great.
Thanks for the question.
Yeah.
Next question, John Harpole. Hi, John. Hope you're well. Nice guitar. Good to see you and hear your wonderful voice, Angela.
Thanks.
Everybody missed you because
I know
they had to look at Paul last time.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
They missed you. Paul was great.
Yes.
People like Paul.
I know.
They do.
Yes, I like him too.
We do too. Love to get a peek at the lavish life of the Lolly family and biz. I know, that's the Saturday vlogs.
So lavish.
Our weekend vlogs. Here's life in East Texas.
Here's Walmart.
Here's us going to Walmart.
Again.
Hey, now I'm going to work.
Yes.
Look at my dogs.
Again.
They're eating things. Would that amp be from Georgia? Oh, I said something about a super secret amp supposed to be coming. I can neither confirm nor deny that I'll have a super secret amp coming from Georgia.
Or places.
But as soon as Chris sends it, it should be here. So, I know you prefer single cut guitars, as do I. What is it that you do not like about them, and why? I know you prefer single cut guitars. What is it that you do not like about them, and why? What do I not like about single cut guitars?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, well, no, I like them.
Yes.
I
But
don't
if you could change something about them, a single cut guitar, what would it be? What is the drawback of having a single cut guitar?
The thing that I don't like about most single cuts is the upper fret access. Like if you're getting up to the 22nd, you know, most of them are 22 frets. But once you get up into like the 19, 18 and above frets, most of the time the access is not super awesome. However, that's one of the things I really love about the Washburn Idols, the Washburn guitars that I have, is their upper fret access is super mega awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like a single cut, like a single and a half. Got something on me?
No.
Is it a bug?
No, you just said it.
The spider?
Weird beard hair.
Weird beard hair.
Yeah, sorry.
They're not weird, they're awesome.
Yeah, it's just laying weird.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. You just interrupted John's question, that's all.
You know what?
He's fine. You'll be fine, John. I'll be fine too. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Happy Valentine's Day. Yesterday.
Yes. Okay.
that-
Reaching those frets.
That would be it. Getting the upper fret access on a lot of them, and a lot of it's the neck joint where the neck meets. Sometimes is a little chunky. So that's the thing I don't like about them. If there's anything. That's one thing I like about the Explorer shapes is that the upper fret access is pretty good because of the way it's built. But if I could think of anything I don't like, that's probably it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I understand that.
But I like them. I don't know why. If it's a visual thing or what. But you know, the upper fret access, like on my Schecter C1, you know, double cuts, the Zebra Strat is great. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But there's just something, I guess, about the shape of the single cuts that appeals to me. Classic. Thanks for the question, John. Are you looking at guitars?
Yeah, I was just looking at the inlays. The what is it? The fretboard. Whatever.
Yep.
Oh, they're the same.
Yeah, those two. Because there's the same series guitar.
That's all I was comparing. I was like, what's the difference between? Sorry, there's two guitars, like one hanging over there and one sitting on a guitar stand. So I just noticed that they both have the same
We should show that.
neck.
See? Same fretboard.
Yeah.
But one's a single cut Schecter, and one's a Super Strat. Stronger Super Strat. One's trans black, and one's not. But it's okay. Yeah, I like those two guitars. They're purty. I like them. They play good.
They're real nice.
They are nice. Can't get them though. Discontinued. Can't find them.
It goes back to that last question.
Yeah.
Purchasing guitars.
If you got an eye, you're willing to hunt and wait and then pounce like a tiger when the time is right, you can get some killer stuff that other people can't get.
It is little.
All right. I think that's John's question.
Oh, yeah.
Final question. So excited. Culprit Kid. Hey, are Traynor amps readily available in the US? Have you ever played one? I actually have, believe it or not. It's been a long time, but I have. I had a friend. I had a friend who bought one. Jeremy. Remember Jeremy?
Oh, yeah.
Played guitar at the church. He bought one because he was on the hunt for tone.
Yes.
And I believe at the time, this was like 2006. 2005? Maybe 2006.
Yeah.
I had a friend who got one, and I played on it. It was cool. It was all right. It was kind of, it reminded me of a very Fender-y kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm more of a...
It's probably back before Aiden was born.
It was, yeah. So
2004.
it's been... Yeah. It's been a while. I'm more of a Mesa kind of guy. And Devil Cat kind of guy. But as far as I know, they are still available in the U.S. I've not really looked for them personally, but I had a friend who had one. He got it in the U.S. You don't hear a lot about them that much anymore. So interesting question. If any of you guys or gals have a Traynor amp,
Ladies and gents.
ladies and gentlemen, you could leave a comment below and kind of tell us what you think about them. It's been a long time since I played one. Like I said, at least 13 years or more. And I don't remember much about it except that it reminded me it was a very Fender-ishy kind of amp and sound, which was fine. If you like that kind of groove, like it wasn't like, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
You know, I like Fender amps for the cleans. When it comes to the crunchiness, you know, and the distortion and stuff, I like Mesa type things.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, but great question, culprit kid. Thank you. And that's it for this week. That's all of our questions. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for asking them.
Yes.
I was really tired before we started.
I know.
But as soon as we started and the lights were on, camera, and we started talking, and it's like I got a little bit more energy.
Yay.
Without any coffee.
Perfect.
But now I'm hungry. What's for dinner?
Oh my goodness. I don't know.
Oatmeal.
Pretty much.
I think I'm having oatmeal.
Cereal.
Low calories.
No calories.
No calorie dinner. That's what we're having. Water.
Yep, pretty much.
All right. If you guys have a question for next week, please leave it below. And we will try to answer it as best we can. And of course, comments are always welcome. Leave your comments. We appreciate those. We get a lot of comments. I do have to say, I've been impressed. You know, our views on the Ask RNAs for the last couple of months have really been
wonderful.
Really been a lot higher. Kick up. I think it's because the one we did about Gibson that everybody hated. We got a lot of views.
Dun, dun, dun.
But I think we got a lot of new viewers too. So
yeah.
Either that or it's because you're in the thumbnail. I think people are watching because Angela's in the video.
You're like, who's this cute brown girl?
She's cute. What's she doing with that guy?
This is an interesting
He
combination.
must be rich.
Whatever. So I look like a gold digger. Is that what you're saying?
I'm the gold digger in the situation here. I need some gold.
Yeah, I wish I had it.
I wish I did too. I would be your sugar daddy if I had all the monies. And
I will be your sugar daddy.
And I would be fine with that.
Okay.
I'd be fine with that. That's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching these. Thank you for all the comments and questions. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Make sure if you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. That's great.
Yes.
Google.
And share.
Google likes
share,
it. And
share. Share.
Share them, yeah, if you want to. And subscribe, hit that little bell thing so you'll get notified anytime we upload a video.
It's like Pavlov's dog.
Ding 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 ding. Ling ling
YouTube
ling.
time.
It's time to watch YouTube videos. And keeps the music alive.
Don't forget it.
The music needs you.
And you need the music.
And we need the music.
Yes.
To keep it alive for that next group of people
Yes.
coming up learning to play.
Yeah.
It's not always the generation. Could be somebody who's 62 wanting to learn for the first time.
That's right.
The current generation. Current generation of musicians. I said generation. Dang it. Paul's going to be laughing maniacally.
Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh.
In his Batman costume.
Yes, he is.
And we will see you guys next week. Thank you so much. See you then.
Bye.